Hi, Andrea. We'll have to stop meeting like this. People will start to talk. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day. Hello, Linda. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hi, Pawinda. I hope I've said that correct. Nice to see you too. Hope that you're well. It's very wet and windy here in Norfolk. I went out today with my dog. Well, I go out with my dog every day, but we went out for a nice long walk today, and I got absolutely soaked. Come back looked like a drowned rat. So yeah. And it's quite blowy as well. So I don't know what it's going to be like. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. Lovely to see you. My name's Claire. Yeah, everything's good. Hello, Alison. I kill smiley faces, Andrea. Ah, hello, Eileen. Lovely to see you as well. Hope you're well and doing as good as can be expected. Hello, Michelle. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Right, okay. Hello, Marit. Is that Marit? Is that how you say it? Hello, Car. Is it Car? Car? Hope you're okay as well. Right, okay, just a quick brief of what I'm doing. Hello, Angel. Lovely to see you again. As I said, I'm going to do mini readings. I'm trying to keep them compact because I'm only here for an hour. So I'll just place a communicator and give a few pieces of information. I'll also be using cards as well. I pull a card, they're angel cards. I have actually got some oracle cards as well with me today, but I don't know if I'll use them or not. So we'll be using those. Hi, Kerry. Hi, Presh. Hi, Marit, as in March. Right. Claire Topham. Hello. Lovely to see you. Yeah, is it? Right. Okay. Right. Where am I going to go first? Let me see. I think I'm going to, as I did yesterday, I'm going to pull a card first. Let me see who I am drawn to you. Regina Chard from Wales. Hello, Regina. I'm drawn to you, so I'm going to pull an angel card for you. I don't know if you heard my little spiel at the beginning, but these are angel cards, and I'll pull a card and we'll take it from there. If you could just say hi to me, that would be lovely. Hello, Erica. Hello, Alison. And then I'm going to pull a card for you, Regina. Okay, so the card that I've got for you is a card called Time to Go. Okay, so this card is it's a beautiful card. It's of an angel, and he is running or flying running, and he has a light in his hand which was guiding his way, and the sun is setting down. Okay, so let me show you that card. All right, so the card is called Time to Go. So the sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues of your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Right, okay. Would you understand, Regina? Would you understand that you've had a loss of some sort, or not, maybe not a loss, but I feel as though something is ending, and I feel like there is something that is about to begin for you, because basically what this card is saying is that things end and things rise. Okay, but it is it is the way of the world. When one door closes, another door opens. Would you understand that, Regina, at all with you? Because I feel that one door, if it hasn't already closed, is closing for you. And there is another door that is going to be opening for you. Okay, that's sort of the way that I feel. Emotional here, you very much understand, right? Okay. Also, I want to say with you, Regina, that I feel a lot of emotion with you. So I feel with you that you love deeply, you hold on. When you do something full force. That's what I want to say. You do something 100%. You put your all into something. That's what I want to say to you, Regina. And I feel with you that you are an all or nothing person. All right, all or nothing. I want to say that you're a very kind person as well, and you're a very empathetic person, and you're someone who cares and cares deeply. I also feel with you as well that you're someone that will take on board. Right, what am I trying to say? That you take on board things, and you don't do things lightly, if you understand that, Regina, as well. That's what I want to say to you as well. But I really feel that, as I've just said, as one thing ends, there is another window is opening for you. Okay, and this opening for you, I feel as though it's what you need. Okay, I feel as though it's what you need, and I feel as though it is going to lift you. Okay, it is going to lift you and bring you forward. And as this card says, Regina, endings are merely the start of a new beginning. Okay, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. So what I want to say to you, Regina, okay, is that yes, something has closed, but I feel that there is joy ahead for you. Okay, that's what I want to say. There is new beginnings. Okay, there is positivity and there is purpose. That's what I want to say to you. There is purpose, Regina. You have a purpose. All right. I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that helps you in some way. Okay. And say thank you. Thank you for working with me. Right. Okay. I am going to go to the spirit world now. So let me see who we have got in the spirit world. Right, I've got a gentleman with me in the spirit world, and I believe that this gentleman, I can't quite work out if he's father or grandfather. He feels more grandfather to me, this gentleman. So this gentleman, he is not very tall. Well, I say he's not very tall for a man. I want to say he's between 5'7" and 5'10", something like that. This gentleman, the way that he's dressed, he reminds me of a country gentleman, so I don't feel that he would have lived in a city at all. This gentleman, he's got trousers on, a shirt on, and a waistcoat as well. And I want to say it makes me feel as though it's like this brushed tweed. Do you know what I mean? and he's wearing a jacket as well. I feel that this gentleman lived to a good age. And I feel that this gentleman, he would have also um, he would also have worn a hat, because I feel that when he would see people, he was a very friendly man, and he would take his cap off. That's what I want to say about him. He would take his cap off. Can anybody understand that with grandfather? T. Smith, your granddad was a farmer and he brought me up for the first 4 years. Right, okay. Do you understand the description that I'm giving? Lived till in his 90s. Do you know what? Do you understand the description and the way that he was dressed? Because I feel that that was quite important. And also the hat. Rebecca, you can take the hat as well. He had you late at 60. Right, okay. I feel as though I'm with you at T. Smith. Could you give me a name? Could you give me your name so that I don't have to keep saying at T. Smith? But I'm going to work with you if that's okay. But if I could have your name, that would be great. If you don't mind. If not, that's fine. Well, you keep listening, Rebecca, if you stand it. But I really do feel as though I'm with T. Smith. All right. Okay, so your granddad, he was a very chirpy man, I want to say. He was a very happy man. Teresa, thank you, Teresa. I'll work with you, Teresa. So you would understand that your grandfather was he was a very happy man, and he'd always got a smile on his face. That's what I want to say about him. He'd always got a smile on his face. And he also, I want to say with him that he also would also look really smart. He did. He would always, I can see him in the mornings. I mean, I don't know if you can remember this because you lived with him for the first 4 years of your life. But I would say that he was a gentleman that when he would have got up in the morning, he would have had his bowl and he would wash his face. And I want to say he would hand shave, and he would always be, nicely clean shaven. That's what I want to say with him. I also want to say with him, Teresa, as well, that he was a really hard-working man. I mean, you've already told me that he had a farm, all right? So I can't tell you that. But what I will say is that it had quite a lot of land. And I want to say that the house, the house was a very, I want to say, oldie worldy house. Would you understand that when I say that? I want to say really country cottage type house. And I'm trying to think of one that I've seen. It was all it was the old brick. It wasn't sort of like the new brick as well. And also, I want to say from the house to the yard, I want to say that there would have been a fence, and that fence would have been built brick by brick, and it would have had a curved brick on the top. And there would have been a gate that you would have gone through to get into the yard, because that's I can see him walking from that all of the way. I also, can you confirm, Teresa? Can you confirm that he would have also, when he was walking, he would have had a stick? Not that he needed a stick, but I feel that he had a stick because I feel. As you say, he was very hardworking. He was very active in the farm, and he liked to oversee things as well. That's what I want to say about him. So I feel that he would have done a lot of walking. He liked to be he liked to be outside. He liked to be in the fresh air. And I feel that he was a very fit man as well. You know, he kept himself fit by what he was doing. Okay, what else about him? Would you have had in the yard, would there have been chickens? Would there have been chickens? Because I feel like you would have had your own eggs. Yeah, stick to help rounding up the animals. Lovely. Yeah. And but I feel that there was ducks. Was there pigs as well, or and sheep? I've got chickens, sheep, pigs, and a lot of lush ground as well. A lot of lush ground. Plenty of chickens. Lovely, thank you. And would you have a memory of going into the chicken pen with your grandfather, taking out the eggs from underneath the hens? Because I can see that. I can see the hands going in underneath, with the eggs. And I also want to say about your grandfather as well that he was funny. He could always make you laugh. He was someone who would be up with the lark and he would be going to bed only when it got dark, but he was always positive. He was always happy, and he loved what he did. He really loved what he did. He really did. And that showed within him. That really did. And I want to say that you spent an enormous amount of time with your grandfather and you loved it. You really did love it. You loved that time being with him. And he had a real soft spot for you, a real soft spot for you. I also want to say as well, with him that he liked his food. Would you understand that? He liked his food. Yeah, he liked his creature comforts. Right, okay, so I've got the name George, I've got the name Brian, and I've also got the name Albert. So I don't know if you can take any of those names, Teresa. George, Brian, or Albert. Okay. And I want to give you the month of June. Okay. And I want to give you the second week in June for an anniversary or a passing, something significant. Okay. That way. Right. Okay. I'm going to go to the reason why he's come through to see you today, Teresa. Let's see. Well, first of all, I want to say, that he still looks smart. He still looks fine. Yeah. He's come through today. He's come through today with an enormous amount of love. Well, if you can't take June, maybe that will come to you. He has come through today with an enormous amount of love for you, Teresa. Okay. And he's come through, and would you understand with you that he's saying that as a child you were very inquisitive, you were very smart, and you pick things up really quickly. He's saying that having you around him was like a breath of fresh air, Teresa, a breath of fresh air. That's what he wants to say. And he said you've grown into this beautiful, feisty, strong woman who knows what she wants, and you do your best to attain that. Okay. Even when obstacles are put in your way, because I feel with you, Teresa, that you have had some obstacles in your way. And I want to say what he's saying is that no matter what confronts you, no matter what confronts you, always know that there is a solution to the problem. Okay, there is a solution to the problem. And he's saying that you are the one who will work that out. Okay, you are the one. You know that there is always a solution to a problem. There is a reason. There is a reason that you were put on this earth. He's saying, you have the strength and the fortitude to move forward. And he also wants to say as well, never ever give up, and always stand your ground, Teresa. Always stand your ground, because you know a lot more than you probably even realize. He says you have that sense about you. You have that sense and you have that tenacity about you. So he's saying use that. Okay? He's saying use that. What do you mean? What's the reason? That is the that he's saying that you've had obstacles put into your way, but there is always a solution that you will find. Okay? And he's saying, don't let others stop you from what you need to do. Okay. Always stand strong. All right. So I'm going to leave his love with you. And I'm going to say thank you very much for working with me. He was a lovely gentleman. Lovely. Yeah, I'm glad it makes sense, Teresa. Thank you for working with me. Lovely. Right. I'm going to pick another card, and I'm going to pick this card for Wendy Short. So hi, Wendy. I'm going to pick a card for you. All right. If you could just say hi, that would be lovely. Right. Okay. Hi, Wendy. So the card that I've got for you, Wendy, is a card called Relationship, this card. And it's of an angel. I think it's a female angel, and she is on the back of a unicorn. Okay. And she's holding this unicorn tight around the neck. And this unicorn, I feel that he's walking actually, and he's walking beside a riverbank, because I can see a tree and there's pink and green flowers. I also see the sun setting as well, so I feel that it's evening, but the colours are quite spiritual colours. So let me show you that, Wendy. Okay, so you can see that. And I'm just going to read what the card says, and then we'll take it from there. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall other relationships bloom and prosper. Right, Wendy. Okay. Would you understand that you are someone who, I want to feel you keep things close to your chest. And I also want to say as well that you can be quite self-critical of yourself. I feel that you can be a perfectionist, and I feel that you don't give yourself enough credit sometimes, for everything that you do. And I want to say that sometimes you are quite critical of yourself to yourself, okay? Because you do understand, lovely, you don't give yourself the credit that you deserve, all right? So, what this card is saying to me now is that you need to start believing in yourself a little bit more, okay? Believing in your relationship with yourself, okay? I don't know. I don't know if, and I don't know this, but I feel that there have been things that have dented your confidence and dented your ability to believe in yourself. That's the way this card is making me feel. And because of that, you hold yourself back, when really you could be moving strides ahead. That's what I want to say to you. Um, People say that to you all the time. Well, yeah, and I'm saying it to you now as well. And I feel with you that you are this beautiful person who you don't realize how lovely you are. That's the best way for me to put it. You don't realize how lovely you are. And I want to say that that relationship with yourself is, it is restricting you. Okay, it's restricting you from for growing and evolving. That's what I want to say to you, Wendy, to grow and evolve, because I really do feel that now is the time for you to grow and evolve, okay? And to give yourself a break and to actually believe in yourself, okay, Wendy? And there's no reason why you shouldn't. You see on this card that the angel has got her hands around the unicorn's neck. You need to take that leap of faith. That's what you need to do, Wendy. You need to take that leap of faith. You need to put your arms around that unicorn and you need to gallop ahead, okay? Because by doing that, by having a better relationship with yourself, I just feel that you're going to grow and you're going to bloom, but also your relationships with other people will also grow, okay? And I also want to say as well, Wendy, that I feel by opening yourself up more and realizing that you are good enough, it will bring people into your life who are worthy of you, okay? And I also feel that there are people in your life as well, and they are saying these things to you, but you're just unable to listen. But what I want you to do, Wendy, what I really want you to do, bit by bit, is just start believing in who you are. Because I feel like we've got spring in a couple of months. I feel as though you're this beautiful petal that is just waiting to open up and flower. And then you see what comes to you because of that. All right. So I hope that helped, Wendy. I hope that helped you a little bit. But I really do feel that once you start, things will start to open for you. And I also, as a last thing, I also want to say to you as well, with work, I feel that I feel that I feel that you can do more because Yeah, because you have more to give. You just don't believe you have more to give. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. Lovely, thank you. Right, I'm going to go back to the spirit world. Just bear with me. Who have we got now? Right, I've got a lady with me, and I believe that this lady is Mother. Okay, this lady, I want to say that she's probably between 5'1" and 5'5", something like that. She's not overly tall, but what she lacks in height, she has in strength. What I want to say about this lady is she doesn't suffer fools gladly. She makes me feel as though she's someone who would say exactly what she thought. Okay. I believe that this lady would have passed the spirit world with a chest condition. Okay. I'm not quite sure if it was lung cancer or emphysema, something like that. But I feel that before she passed, she was really breathless. It was like rattling. I don't know if she had oxygen or not, but I do feel that it was her chest that would have took her to the spirit world. Okay, Helen, you say your mum, Helen Smith. Chloe, you can take that information. And Sylvia, you can take that information. Right, okay. So Helen, your mum passed with pneumonia. Could you confirm whether or not she smoked or she had smoked? I don't know why. I just feel like it was something to do with that. Julianne, you say your mum died of lung cancer. Helen, did your mum smoke? That's what I want to know. Chloe, you say yes, smoked and lung cancer. Right, okay. Yeah, okay. Chloe, I feel that I'm with you. All right, so I'm going to work with you, Chloe, please, if I can. Okay, so I've got your mum, like I said. She was quite a feisty woman. Okay, that's what I want to say about her. She was a woman, who was very what you see is what you got. Okay, what you see is what you got with your mum. There was no frills and spills. This was who she was. I want to say with her, she wasn't someone who would wear an enormous amount of makeup or anything like that. I just feel it was what you saw was what you got. You either loved her or you didn't. And I also want to say with her as well that I don't feel she would have worn a lot of clothes with vibrant colour as well. I don't think she was. I don't feel that she was someone who. Yeah, I just feel she was your typical. Not typical. She wasn't typical at all. She was out on her own, really. People respected your mum, though, Chloe. I have to say that. People respected your mum because they respected her because she said it as it was. If you asked your mum a question, she would give an honest answer. You may not have liked that answer, but it was an honest answer. And I do feel that people respected her for that. Okay. Your mum also, as well, I want to say, she could have a laugh. She had a real crackling laugh, is what I want to say. When your mum laughed, you knew it. I can hear her laughing now, and she would laugh. she would she would quite some of the things that she would say could be quite to the bone, but she was funny and she didn't mean anything by it. Would you understand with your mum? Did she ever wear, like when you're cleaning, or I don't know, when you're doing stuff around the house, you might wear those sort of cleaning waistcoat type things, the pinnies, where you would tie it around the back. I just feel with your mum, she was a really hard worker, your mum, and when she decided to do something, she did it, and she did it 100%. And I also want to say with her as well, she loved her smoking. She did. And I want to say that I feel that, she could have a cigarette in her mouth while she was doing it. She could talk and smoke at the same time. I really do. I really do feel that with her. Yeah. And what else is she showing me? She keeps taking me back. She had a really strong work ethic, your mum. You had to work for what you earned. And I want to say with your mum that growing up for your mum, I feel would have been difficult at times. That's what I want to say. It would have been difficult at times, and your mum at an early age learned that you had to fight for your place. You had to fight for your place within the family. You had to fight for your place in society. You really had to pull yourself up, and I feel that is what your mum did. She dragged herself up and she made something of herself. All right. Her home may not have been Buckingham Palace, but it was her home. I also want to say with your mum as well, Chloe, that what's she showing me? I also want to say with your mum, she would have instilled those ideas in you. She gave you those opinions, and you took that in. That's what I'm saying. I mean, she was a good mum. She was a great mum. And I feel that you loved your mum. She could be strict at times. That's what I want to say about her. She had her ways. But everything she did, sorry, excuse me, she did with love. It was with love. And it was also for setting, excuse me, for setting you up on your path. All right, that's what I want to say about her. I also want to say about her as well that she could make a meal out of anything. All right, it wouldn't matter if it was scraps or anything. There would always be food on the table. Saying that, I do feel that you would have been fed well, and you would have been looked after, and you would have been clothed. I also want to say about her as well that she did have this softer side. She did have this softer side, and she cared deeply. She cared deeply, and she loved deeply. She really did. And I want to say as well, your mum, the way that she brought you up, she wanted you to learn about life. She wanted you to learn from your mistakes. She wanted you to learn and grow. Okay. And she wanted you to be able to go out into the world and make a life for yourself. That's what your mum was about. Okay. And there would also be a hug. I want to say a hug. You loved your mum. You really did love her, didn't you, Chloe? And you aspired to be your mum as well. And I also want to say, before I go to the reason why she's come through, that her house also was sort of an open house as well. You know, if people needed help or they needed a cup of tea, you know, and a slice of cake, she was always there. And that's why she was respected, because they knew that she wouldn't, if they came to her for advice, she wouldn't tell them what they wanted to hear. She would tell them what they needed to hear. Okay. So I've got the name, I don't know why, but I've got the name Doris. I've got the name Elizabeth, and I've got the name Martha. I don't know if you can take any of those names. I also want to give you the month of October. I don't know when in October. I've just been given the month of October. And I also want to give you the number 7. Don't know why. I also want to give you the number 7. All right. So I'm going to go to the reason why she's come through. Okay. So your mum, she has come through like a whirlwind. She always was a whirlwind, and she still is a whirlwind. All right. What she wants to say to you, Chloe, is that she is so proud of you. Okay. And she's saying that you need to hear that. You need to hear that at the moment. So she's come here to say to you that she is so proud of you. She's saying that you have turned into a strong woman. I feel as though you're a bit of a chip off the old block, Chloe, as far as your mum goes. I want to say that she's saying that you love fiercely, okay? You work hard and you do your best to help others. And those that you love are those that you would die for, if you can understand that. That's what she's saying. She also wants to say to you that you must never not trust yourself. Okay, Chloe? Never not trust yourself. Always stand by your judgment. Always stand by what you believe is right. And don't let others try and sway you one way or the other. I don't know if that's happened to you recently or not. But what she's saying is always go with your gut. And she also wants to say that you are more like her than you know. Okay. She's so very, very proud of you. I don't know if you feel spirit around you, Chloe, but your mum is around you also with strength for you as well, because I feel like you need a little bit of that at the moment. But her message to you is never, ever doubt your own mind. Always go with what you believe, okay? And always push for something. Always push for what you feel is right, okay? She's always around you, Chloe. I want to say that to you. I don't know if you talk to her, but if you talk to her, she will answer you. I'm going to leave her love with you and say thank you very much for working with me. Thank you. Right, back to the cards. Let's go back to the cards. You need her so much. She is with you, Chloe. She is with you at the moment. All right. Right, okay. Jennifer Sedman. Jennifer, I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay, so if you could just say hi in the comments, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm just shuffling them. I'm going to pull a card for you. Right. Are you there? What was it, Jennifer? Jennifer Sedman. So the card that I've got for you, Jennifer, is a card called What Do You Desire? Okay. So this card is of you're here. Lovely. So, what do you desire? This card is of an angel and she is in a garden. And I feel that this is a mature garden because it's got some beautiful flowers. It's got all, and they're all beautiful spiritual colors, pinks, reds, purples, greens. I don't know if you can see it because it's a little bit blurred on the card. There you go. Can you see that? So she's in this garden. Now let me read what the card says. You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. Right. Okay, Jennifer. So what this card says to me is that you are on the cusp of something new. Okay. You are on the cusp of something new. You have the opportunity to do what it is. You can write your own script now of what you want to do and where you want to go with life. Okay, the opportunity for you is now. Okay, I feel with you that prior to this you have been not restricted, but you haven't been able, if you can understand this, you haven't been able to do what it is you truly want to do. Does that make sense to you? Because I feel now that you are on the cusp of something magical, okay? Something that you have always wanted to do. You can. The opportunity is here for you now. Okay. Are you creative, Jennifer? Are you a creative person? I just feel that you're quite a creative person. I don't whether or not you can confirm that or not. Because I feel with you that your juices, to use a finer word, your juices are flowing at the moment. Okay, you've got so many ideas and things that you want to do that it's sort of like putting them into little boxes of where you're going to start first. And I feel also with you that you're bursting to do this. You're it's like, I want to do this. I really do. And I just feel like now is the time for you. Have you been thinking about making a change? Because I feel like you've been thinking about this for some time. Once you put your finer point on it, once you decide and you're going to go, I'm going to go for that, then everything will just happen for you. Everything will just happen for you. But you have to decide what that is you want to do. So it's within you now. It's within you to do. And I feel that you feel as though you want to do something. You say you need change. Now is the time to do it, Jennifer. Okay? Now is the time to do it. Dust off the old, bring on the new. That's what I want to say to you, Jennifer. Dust off the old, bring on the new. And I feel once you start, there will be no stopping you. Okay. More spiritual work. If that's what you want to do, if that is your desire, then you do that. Because once you say it's all there for you, Jennifer, it's all there for you. The universe and everyone is saying, now is your time. Now is the time to do it. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I'm going to say, start. Because once you start, the floodgates will open and all these opportunities will come to you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you, Jennifer, and say thank you very much for working with me. No, not from Spirit, Jennifer. I'm just reading the cards, but yeah, it's all out there waiting for you. Okay, right. Okay, what's the time? Right, let me go back to the spirit world. Just bear with me a second. Okay, so I've got a lady with me, and I feel as though this lady is sister. If she's not sister, she's like a friend. This lady, she is about, I would say, about 5'7", 5'8" tall. She's got long hair. I can see long hair, and she's dressed. I want to say she's dressed quite casually, but I feel that her dress sense is quite an eclectic mix, is what I want to say. So I feel that she would look good in anything. I feel that this lady died of breast cancer, and I feel that this lady, she would have, I want to say she would have passed in her 40s. Sometime in her 40s. She was full of joy. She had a really sunny personality. Family were her world, I want to say, and the relationship that she had with whoever this is for was really close. If she wasn't a sister, it was like a sister. So can anybody understand that message? Female? Breast cancer, died in her 40s. Anybody understand that? I also want to say with her as well that she loved life. Pam, you say your friend passed in her 40s. Did she pass with breast cancer? And is she the way that I've described her? Can you understand that, Pam? If you could just say yay or nay, that would be great. As I'm running out of time, so do you understand that, Pam? Right, well, I'm just going to give a little bit more information on her then. Okay, as I said, family were very important to her. She was someone who, she loved life. She was fun. She was fit. She died with cancer, but don't know if it was the breast or not. Right, okay. Do you understand the description of her, though? Do you understand that she was fun? She was fit. She was very kind. You know, you were like two peas in a pod, is what I want to say. Yeah. You do understand it, right, Pam? Okay. I've only got 3 minutes, so I'm going to be have to be really quite quick with this. So she was very fun loving. And I want to say that you two were entangled in each other's lives. I feel that you had known each other for a long time. You knew each other inside and out, and you were there for each other. Okay. You were always there for each other. You've been through highs and you've been through lows together. I want to say that she was a very positive person. Okay. And I also want to say as well that when she was diagnosed with cancer, okay, that she wasn't going to let it get to her. Okay. She wasn't going to let it get to her in any way, shape, or form. She fought for her life. That's what I want to say. And I want to say that when you were there, when you could be there, you were there. All right. I've got the name Sarah. I've got the name Susie, and I've got the name Elizabeth. I also want to give you the month of July. Okay. And I'm going to quickly go to the reason why she's come through today. Now, she's come through today, Pam, to see you, and she's come through with some strength for you, but also some healing as well, because she's saying to me that you've had a few struggles of late, if you can understand that. Sorry. And she's saying she's coming through with all this love and support for you, Pam. Okay. And she also wants you to say, I don't know if you feel spirit around you, but she is around you at the moment, and she's around you, giving you that healing and giving you that strength. All right. And she's just saying to you, just keep going. Just keep going, because I am here and I am with you. Okay. And yeah, and she just wants to send all of her love. I'm sorry that's short, Pam, but she's there with the strength and with the love for you. And she's saying to you to hang on, because things will get better. They will. Okay. As she always said, there's always tomorrow. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that, Pam. So I want to say thank you, everyone, for coming on. Sorry I didn't get round to all of you. It's been lovely. I will see you all again next week, and have a good week. Take care. Bye.